All rise.
Please be seated.
Your Honor, I bring you the case of Angela White versus the people of the Crown. Mr. White will represent himself, and Mr. Joshua Hartley will present on behalf of the people.
Mr. Light, your case, please.
Your Honor, as you are aware, it is my right as owner of the land to bring forward any offenses that have been committed on that land. The law does state...
And specifically, what offenses are those, Mr. Light?
There are many charges, Your Honor, that could be brought against each of these individuals, but predominantly that of theft. I'd like to call to the stand Mrs. Evangeline Green.
Mrs. Green, please come and take your place.
Mrs. Green, a simple yes or no answer is all that is required for the following questions. Do you understand? On the evening of the 29th of September, you were at the address of 54 Olivet Street. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's your parents' address, and you were there to fight with your father. Isn't that right?
I was just going to talk about...
Mrs. Green, simple yes or no answer.
Yes.
And during that conversation, you told your father that, and I quote, he was a good-for-nothing, lazy, energy vampire, didn't you?
I was just wanting to help my...
Yes or no, Mrs. Green?
Objection. Relevance?
Please state your case directly.
You disrespected your father purposely. Then, Mrs. Green, you slapped your father across the face, and you were fully aware of both what you were saying and what you were doing. And you never spoke to your father again, did you?
No.
You ate the fruit, didn't you, Mrs. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Hartley?
No questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you are married to Mrs. Joanne Smith, but on the 12th of May, you were looking at another woman, a Miss Adriana Ryder, were you not?
Yes, I was.
And it was not with pure intentions that you were doing so. In fact, Mr. Smith, you were, in your mind, in bed with her. Is that right?
Yes, I was.
You then spent the next evening while your wife was away with friends, and Mr. Smith, I must remind you that you are under oath. You were, in fact, on the internet looking at pornography whilst thinking about Miss Ryder. Isn't that right?
Yes, I ate the fruit.
Any questions, Mr. Hartley?
No questions, Your Honor.
You spent the rest of the evening on your mobile phone, telling anyone who would listen about the indiscretions of Mrs. Wong, whilst at the same time adding your own embellished detail. You were, in fact, giving false testament and defaming the character of Miss Wong. Yes or no?
Yes.
You ate the fruit, didn't you, Miss Carter?
Yes, I ate the fruit.
Mr. Hartley?
No questions at this time, Your Honor.
On all counts, how do you three plead?
Guilty.
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 Closing statements, and Mr. Light, I remind you to be brief.
Your Honor, As I am the owner of the land, and the fruit in question belongs to me, and they were in fact taken, or should I say, stolen by the people of the crown, there is no doubt that these people are guilty. Guilty and should be dealt the full requirement of the law. By law, the death sentence.
Mr. Hartley.
Your Honor, this is the fruit in question. And this is all I have to say about it.
Case dismissed.